Okay, guys, welcome to the editor. We are taking a look at a clip that I shot about a week ago, and we're looking at what I believe is a really big female with a couple of young. You can see the nose right here is extremely primate. We've got the primate nose. Right here you can plainly see it looks like a chimpanzee's nose, and it has those sides to it like the great apes of Africa. Okay, and we're going to see that. You can see right here the bridge of the nose, and then the eyes off to the side here, and that's gonna be what the area I'm focusing it on right there is. That's a perfect shot of the face. But here's one of the young that's with this female, and then I believe there's one. There's a stick and a branch coming out next to her, and I think there's a little one hanging onto her head because there's a little indentation here, and I've watched this frame by frame, and it moves from time to time. But we're getting some fabulous frames in here of this female. We've got, changes in the way the nose appears between parts of the clip. Here we can see it looks very great ape, as in African great ape. You can see it looks like an ape's nose, but with still a bit of a bridge on it. Very, very strange. The juvenile's whole head and face is, you can see the brow ridge, and this would be the head here. This right here is what I have called in the past when I saw it in the bushes. I thought it was a dragon. Honest to God, I looked at the bushes, and there was this thing staring at me, but it had more of a, if you look here, it looks like a dragon. It's got that dragon kind of nose. Well, that's what I thought I was looking at because I couldn't see anything except this. This is like the spitting image of what I saw in 2015, and I never went back in that particular area after I saw that because it didn't look like a Bigfoot to me. It looked like some kind of a walking reptile. It was strange. It was a Sasquatch, obviously, covered in hair. Now that we've confirmed, you got one back here, too. He's got some bush on his head. You can see the brow ridge, the shoulder line, and the head right here. It comes down on both sides. There's a group of them. Juvenile looks pretty good right here. And then we've got this. Pay close attention to this area right here. Again, here's the nose. Puff the Magic Dragon going on right here. You can see it plain as day. It's like Puff the Magic Dragon in these bushes. That's primate, though. It's about the angle. You can see the nostrils flaring a little bit right there. Another really great shot of the nose area. You can still see that bridge there, and then you've got these squinty little eyes. Looks like possibly some gray on the eyebrows. It's a trip, man. Watch this thing unfold. Look at this. We got mouth movement. Where's the mouth? Right down here. Long upper lip underneath. We've got perfect symmetry here. And we're looking at what appears to be a very large humanoid, hominoid, with some non-human primate characteristics. Kind of sounds like somebody's DNA study, right? Yeah. That's interesting. What do we got here, guys? That's a good frame. You can see the lower lip right here. You've got the muzzle, basically. The bridge of the nose, and then the eyes. She's in the bushes, and her little boy's right here with her, or little girl. And you got somebody who looks disturbed over in here, kind of giving us the, the Gene Simmons eye. Look at this, man. It almost looks like this dude has some kind of a marking about his eye structure, man. It's crazy. But this is astounding. Just going through it and continuing to watch. You can see here's the nose, and the eyes are here. She's camouflage. Here's the top of the head. You got it right here, man. There's somebody, I believe, this is another small one, possibly hanging off the side here. It's just not coming through very clear, unfortunately. But look at that movement on this nose right here, man. She's like smelling the air. It's like incredible. Really good detailed frames right here where you can see the squinting and the bridge of the nose, and you got both of these. So we're getting changes literally from here, where the nose is like this, and through this footage here, where the nose is you've got like, you know, a different kind of view there, and then we come in here, and we have a completely different look where it looks almost like one of the great apes in the Congo, with some type of a, you know, reptilian dragony kind of look. What a trip, man. The views we're getting in this. And then the head slightly turns. You can see there's movement right there where the mouth area is. It's an interesting clip, man. And this sucker is big, too. That's a big pine tree, I would say, with this thing's head coming up the back like this. I mean, we've got pretty good size apex on this individual, man. What an interesting clip, man. Just watch this primate face here and watch the expressions. And clearly, you can see this thing is sniffing the air and watching intensely. Right now, it seems like it's looking at Melanie. Look at that frame. Oh man, let's freeze frame that. Yeah, that's a good one there. Let's let that render. And here, you know, there's something going on the side of this thing's head. I think she's got a young one crawling. Here's like a juvenile. And then I think she's got a baby on the side of her, like, head, like hanging on to the tower, so to speak. You can see the tower right here off the back of her head. This is incredible, man. You know, you can see it, and there is something disrupting that line. It's on her head. But looking at this frame, it's so difficult to discern. But that's the camera and the software trying to resolve the aberration and make sense of what essentially it can't make sense of. And so this is, in this particular situation, probably around 60 feet away, shooting with the iPad, having just walked in. And man, look at that. You know, see right here, you get that sense of the soft tissue buildup where the great apes have that on both sides of the nostrils. You know, you look at go look at an ape up close, and you're going to start seeing this. And I'm talking about African apes. It's really interesting because it appears, by all means, that we're seeing something that is a combination of non-human primate and human primate. And so we're going to get to the nitty-gritty good stuff now. The second part of the clip is, I think, the better part. There's some frames in here that nostril is really flaring. You can see right up in it. Look at that. Look how big that is right there. It's got like look at that. You can really see that. It's flexing and it's breathing and it's, you know what I mean? So you can see the changes. Look at the face in there watching us. It's this ape kind of a nose here, but with a bridge. It's interesting. And then we've got the eyes would look like a little bit of possibly gray. And I'm trying to understand if this is just a branch interfering with the side of her head, part of the tree. Maybe it's a stump branch, a stump of a branch. She's got her head right up against it, whatever it is. And like I said, it could be a young one. But look at the detail on this, man. This thing is moving its nose and sniffing. Look at the detail on that. I mean, we're looking at this guy, man. This is unbelievable, man. This is the kind of stuff that we were trying to get for a while. Look at. Here's what I'm actually seeing, and I'm going to turn that off so you can see why it's so difficult to see these guys. Watch this. Let me see if I'm on it, and that way I can. Yeah, I'm not exactly on the frame, but and I want to get on it though. So let me just spread the timeline. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to remove the effects. And that's what I see while I'm filming. Now you can all see how most people are simply not going to notice there's a 9-foot hominoid eating some type of vegetation with a juvenile that's approximately 4 feet tall and what appears to be another individual or something on the other side of its head. You can see that this guy is right in here. And people say all the time, but he's green. And I say, yes, that's the way achromatic colors work in the natural world, in the natural environment, particularly achromatic colors that are of the drastic nature. What does that mean? The darker or the lighter. So their skin can be in shades all the way from jet black, and I'm talking about the color black, all the way through to the color white, where basically you have the absence of color and it's just light. Now think about how that plays into diffusion in the forest canopy. Keep in mind, the lighter the color, the greater the degree of diffusion and representative on that color. So if this thing has super light skin, which I suspect it does, then all of this shade that represents diffusion coming off of these plants around it from the sun being blocked is casting a green shadow on something that occasionally on the sunny side, you see the sun's coming from over here, you see the sun hits on the tips of stuff that's catching it. The side of this guy's brow is catching it right here, and it appears to be white. I believe this thing's skin is white, and its hair is probably gray and white. And I think that you're staring at a degree of diffusion on this thing's face. That's green sunlight. Literally, the sunlight has bounced off the plants around it and is reflecting onto this thing's mirror-like skin. And it's blending perfectly with that bush. It's absolutely incredible. When you really think about this particular place as a researcher, you can't help but think about how many people this thing looks at on a daily basis. I mean, look at this. Here it is looking at us. You can see this thing is in there, really clear. The little one, too, is in there, very clear. But, I mean, we're getting frames that are just unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is unbelievable, man. You can see Sasquatch is real, man. It's right there. There it is. Look at these eyes. So it's difficult to understand this diffusion thing, I know. But I'm telling you, you're staring at it. This is why they're not documented to the degree that that will provide a stiff finger in the face of contradictory opinions. This camouflaging ability that they have renders you practically useless. Even when you're out looking for them and they're all around you, you still have trouble seeing them. You got to know a few things, and you got to have a little bit more experience on the camera and with seeing them in the flesh. Once that happens, buddy, you can start getting footage like this. We know these guys are right there watching us. We can see them now.